in a season where it's all about mind games. Is he in your head, or are you in your own head? Or is it both? This episode is like a murder mystery, but snitch edition. Stay tuned as we recap the latest episode of My Happy Marriage, Season 2, Episode 21. 夜の宴と縁母に移る雪. Are we gonna get more insight into Arata's decision to help Naoshi's cult? And are we gonna discover the snitch who is within the higher ups of the empire? So let's see if anything juicy is gonna happen this episode. The Gifted Communion is one step closer to giving the world power and knowledge, but with the side effect of demon. However, the cult snitch amongst the ranks of the empire is close to being exposed. One of Takahito's most trusted aide vows to find this snitch, this rat. But are we sure that Naoshi didn't just mind fondle everyone already? And so here we are at that big bad meeting of all the most powerful people of their nation. Here we have suspect number 1, old bald guy of the minister of the Imperial household, leader of the anti-Takahito faction. He sounds mean to Prince Takahito, so he's definitely a major suspect. Suspect number 2, another old man that sniffs addiction. Minister of Education. He sounds like a suck-up trying to hide money from Doge. So he's definitely very suspicious, especially when it comes to money. Suspect number 3, another old scrawny man, but seems very vulnerable to Naoshi's mind tickling. He is the Minister of Communications. He wants to see the power of the Usubas. Is he trying to gather intel? Suspect number 4, another old and angry militant man. Minister of the Army. That is the most anti-give people superpowers? That doesn't sound too bad. Suspect number 5, a lesser old but still kinda angry Navy man. He is the Minister of the Navy. Army and Navy people always beefing, so now she doesn't really need to mind blast them. It's a table filled with their own special interests, filled with their own bureaucratic foolery. It's like what Naoshi did before with Kaoruko, getting her temporal lobe bedazzled. The best way to defeat your enemy is have them fight amongst themselves. And if it all just goes wrong, you force yourself in. Then you kidnap, and then you blackmail like any other villain. Oh, what do we have here? A girls' night with Princess Takako and the bestie. There's nothing like a girls' night where they get to speak freely amongst themselves, sharing their true feelings. And what is that? Does the bestie, like Goto, as a pro, cheer for every sidekick archetype, like a Yujinho of solo leveling, like a Kasahara Kyo off a blue box, and like a Goto Yoshida. I pray that these characters find true love and happiness, because all these characters usually deserve it. We have one character that used to love her man, now potentially likes his best man. We have an MC that is scared to love the man that the one character that used to love her man would have easily openly loved. Then you have Hazuki, single mother. Do we really want her advice for a successful relationship? Yes. At what not to do. It sounds to me like Kaoruko is reluctantly saying she wants to see Mio and Kyoka live happily ever after. You know what they say, keep your crush close, but keep their significant other closer. Prince Takahito and Mio have some one-on-one time as everyone else is knocked out from alcohol or old age. He brings up the fact that their powers is something that makes them overcome their sense of loneliness, similar to what Arata is probably going through right now. Then he brings up how snow disturbing the cherry blossom brings nightfall. This is likely leading us to believe that potentially Naoshi's Gifted Communion revolution is supposed to be like some new beginning that he's literally been teasing since the first episode of the season. And so we have a nice character development scene in relations to everyone's romance. And then we get this air of mystery from whatever metaphor or symbol that's supposed to come from the snow and the cherry blossoms, linking the revolution from the cult as being a thing, and how the cherry blossoms somehow relate to Mio's dream sight, as they keep showing cherry blossoms in her dream sight ability. Mio seems really scared of the snow and the cold as it represents something potentially dangerous as she sends Kyoka off after dinner, which leads to Arata pulling up right after Kyoka left to discuss her worries with Kyoka. He also mentions that supernatural powers get stronger and weaker based on their emotions. And so Arata takes advantage of this moment alone with Mio to do something that would continue to make Kyoka jealous and insecure. And like every man in Kyoka's position really, he grabs her hand to tell her that he would do anything he can to relieve her of her troubles. I mean, he's cousin NTR for a reason, and that's his only choice. Before things can get more awkward for the viewer, a very important person rolls up to cut the cousin NTR short. It's suspect number 2, the Minister of Education, who came to the Imperial Palace to make a fuss. But Takakura shows up to send his ass back with his butler. But before they left, the butler of the Minister of Education tells Arata, "You did a good job." The Mind Bedazzler strikes again! Now we are at a particular point in the story where this little nugget of information just made everyone an ultimate conspiracy theorist, which is a very fun thing to do because right now anything that you can think of that is going on with Arata, it can potentially be true and not too far-fetched. It's time for bedtime, wherein Usuba's abilities mess with you the most. Is it you, your REM sleep, or your theta state of mind messing with you? The answer is all of the above. Kyoka and Mio have the weirdest kind of a relationship where sleeping in the same bed, sharing the same blanket, laying in the same comforter is very awkward for them when they've already been sharing body heat to body heat, with Mio's prefrontal cortex having her mind zipping around with all of these thoughts. We all know what they need to do to calm her down. Pillow talk. Every episode is one step closer to some more body heat to body heat action, but I guess a scene with them talking about Kyoka ever experiencing true love before, how his work life is like, and how Mio likes being with Kyoka. I guess that will suffice, as Mio ain't ready for no mind pounding yet. And what an anticlimactic into the episode. No lie, this is another one of those boring kind of episodes like the previous episode. Nothing has really changed too much and the focus has turned back into more slice of life. There really wasn't any kind of action. Kyoka got no action. The most tense kind of moment was Arata and what looked to be Naoshi or a gifted communion member. Is this a double agent kind of situation? Who the hell knows? These kinds of episodes make me also realize like I'm not too much into the symbol, metaphor, abstract kind of moments. And so the snow can mean like a rebirth or a start of a new age if the cherry blossoms go away. It just really symbolizes what is going on within the plot. It doesn't really change anything either. That's probably why I have a slight problem with that. But whatever eventually does come from that has to do with Mio's dream site, as the cherry blossoms is like always in her dreams. And then you have this Naoshi cultist revolution that's about to happen. So hopefully we get to see Mio's powers become awakened or something related to that, because I really want to see her next step as a character. And to be entirely honest, I think I like the girls' party scene the most. That's probably my preferable slice of life, even over Kyoka and Mio's relationship. Because between Kyoka and Mio, we know exactly where their relationship is gonna go. What we don't know as much is someone like Karuko and Hazuki. So it's really nice to see those characters be explored even more, to go through their issues and problems. So it looks like the Minister of Education is the most likely candidate to be the most manipulated by Naoshi. And I was hoping to get more of that murder mystery kind of feel from this episode. So right now in this episode, I don't think there was enough information revealed to get too heavily into the plot conspiracies, besides what possibly could have happened between Arata and Naoshi. But I'm sure all the most plot related things are going to become more and more prevalent in the upcoming episodes. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode of My Happy Marriage. I thought it was an okay episode, just like the previous episode. But this one might be slightly worse than the previous one. But they're both kind of average kind of episodes, just waiting for something significant to happen. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode. I would love to know. And do me a favor, guys, hit the like button if you can be patient like Kyoka. And subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Check out my blog at otakusen.com. And I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.